Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Final test, final test. Yes, I have. So hello everybody and welcome back. We are here today in Kyalami for Online Formula Racing's ACC Season 3 Division 1 Race 3. We've got an almost full grid today. We've got 17 drivers who are going to be racing around here, and it is a fan favourite, it's a spectator favourite, it's a driver favourite. This is an absolutely incredible track. I think we're going to see lots and lots of overtakes around here, lots and lots of battles on track. And probably lots and lots of drama. Good for the spectators, bad for the drivers, but let's wait to see what happens. So we're going to be starting a 15-minute quali in just under 4 minutes time starting from now, and then that's going to be followed by a 40-minute race where these drivers are going to try and race around the track as fast as they possibly can in order to see who finishes first. Now, we've actually had a really interesting start to this season. We've only done 2 races. This is the third. It's AMS, let me just cycle to him quickly, who is currently leading the championship. Where's AMS in this list? There he is. So he's on 55 points out ahead. And now in second place is Lagerfani, and he's on 40 points. Now AMS has got a first place in Spa, a second place in Zandvoort. Lagerfani finished, let me have a look quickly, I think he finished P11 rather, in Spa because of some first lap incident. And then he finished first in Zandvoort by quite some margin, actually. He actually won the race by about 20 seconds, I think, or 10 or 20 seconds, I can't remember, but he's very, very quick. And he's even quicker around this track, apparently, as well. I think him and AMS are going to have a great battle out in front. In third place, it's Andre on 39 points, just 1 point behind Lagerfani. And in fourth place, it's our very own King Mural, Mr. Milo, who is on 35 points. So again, only 4 points behind, and that's how close it is this season. And then 1 point behind him is OFR Smalley. Smalley is OFR, OFR is Smalley. And he's in the Bentley, and he's the underdog of this season, I reckon. I reckon he's going to be the one to look out for. He's only, 21 points behind first place at the moment. But he's being very, very consistent, and when people have made mistakes, he's been right there to take full advantage of it. So you definitely need to keep an eye out for him. Now, in sixth place, one thing we need to mention, it's Nils. Nils has had a not so great start to the season. It was in Spa where a first lap incident with him made him finish down in 5th place, and he could have got a race win there. So he wasn't too pleased with that. And then a stop and go penalty at Zandvoort for speeding in the pit lane right on the entry saw him have to do an extra stop essentially, and that dropped him down to 9th place, picking up only 11 points. So that leaves him in 6th place and 27 points, only 2 points ahead of SD12 Dash, who's on 25 points. In 8th place, we've got OFR Kudeman. In 9th place, we've got Lord Ash Wilson, who's had 2 10th-place finishes. And in 10th, we've got Thomas Caesar, who's only showed up for Spa so far. He missed Zandvoort, unfortunately, and he's going to miss today as well. So he's going to miss 2 races in a row here. So expect that position to get taken away from him by I Am Slows in 11th place on 13 points at the minute, if he can finish this race today, which I'm sure he will. Now, in terms of the team championships, we've got Amazaki, that's Smalley and AMS, in first place on 89 points. And Joe Mama Racing, that's King Mural and Andre, are trailing behind by 15 points at the minute with 74. And it's Lagerfani's team, Beer View Mirrors, which he shares with SR Dog, 2. They are in third place with 50 points. And then it's Sokudu Racing, Badash Racing, Robot Destroyers, Team Shortcut, Team 3, Team 8, and Equipo Wilson. Now, Badass is here today. Yep, he's racing. He's in P10 at the minute, 2 seconds down. We've got 20 seconds left of free practice. And that's what the season's been like so far and what the driver standings are looking like. So it's very, very, very close. Definitely stick with us this season because we're going to be getting lots of on-track battles. Smalley, you shut up, and Hamazaki for life. And hello, Sir Ash Wilson, who's joined us in the stream as well. Now, I'll try to make this race as exciting as possible for you guys. I am going to be sitting forward in my seat today and not falling asleep like I was last week. I am just going to quickly mute myself while I get a glass of water, and then I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. So I'm back and the quali is about to begin, so that was excellent timing. So, like I said, it's a really, really great track. The drivers love it, the fans love it, the spectators love it, the commentators love it. It's a really, really interesting track. There's not that many really, really heavy braking zones, and there's not that many technical corners, and what that delivers is just a perfect flow through this amazing track. There's a lot of height variant, so you're going uphill a lot of the time, then downhill a lot of the time. It's not just a boring flat track. It goes uphill when you want it to, it goes downhill when you want it to as well. There's one really, really tricky corner that Smalley has made me aware of. It's a part of the Crocodiles, if I am not mistaken. It's going to be turns 13, 14 and 15, so I think 15 is actually Cheetah, and there is an inside curve there that will upset your car so much you can get about 2 foot of air and it'll be launched straight into the wall, so you definitely need to be careful around there. Pretty simple track in terms of not making mistakes. It's hard to get it right, perfectly right, but it's a fun track nonetheless. Now we're going to be looking at, I think, a 142 for the pole lap here, and then a lot of guys in the 143s and 144s. I want to give a shout out to Jester, who was actually stuck in the 148s all week, and today he managed to set a 144. He must have done something amazing with that setup, yeah, he managed to get it down. Now, we are in qualifying. We've got just 11 minutes to go. We're going to see some people cross the line soon. I can't see who was out first on track, actually. So I'm just going to stick with Ams for now, as he's just coming down the hill now through turn 12, approaching the heavy braking zone at turn 13. It's a really, really heavy braking zone. You need to stick to the inside there and then push that car wide like you just did. If you hug the inside, you can get early on the throttle. And that's that curve there. You can see how high and how proud it is off the ground. You need to be careful to avoid it as he comes through the final corner at turn 16 now. I think this is going to be lap. Yep, it looks like it's going to be. We've already got a 142 by Kuda, and Ams crossed the line in first place with a 142.6, so he's already set a pole time. Now Nils has gone second fastest with a 142.618, so it's they're already in the 142s. I didn't expect it to happen that quickly. That is impressive. That is definitely impressive, so good job there, guys. Now let's see where Lagerfani is. I think he's going to be the favourite to win it today. He's currently on a 142 as well. I think it's a 142.9. Yes, it is. It's a 142.948. He's in the Bentley. And it's going to be Nils, only one in the top 3 at the minute, who's set a 142 outside of that ever-popular Bentley. He's done it in the Ferrari. Nils doesn't want to rely on the car. He wants to rely only on his skill, and he really wants to make a statement this season. However, the first 2 races haven't gone so well, and this is his chance to pull it back, as we're seeing Lagerfani continue his lap. Now, let's ride on board with him, actually. Let's jump to the hood cam and see what he's got. So he's just gone through the hairpin there at turn 10 and 11, and now you go downhill. So turn 12 is mine shaft here. It's all downhill. You want to stay full throttle the whole way through turn 12, but as soon as you come out the corner, you can eye up that apex. You can pick that straight line to brake, and you want to turn in slowly, heavy on the brakes, hug that inside corner and on that throttle as quick as you can, so you can really get back up to speed and push that car wide, making full use of the track. There's that horrible crocodile turn. I think it's Cheetah, though. I think the crocodiles are actually 13 and 14, and then 15 is Cheetah, so we'll call it Cheetah. Through the final corner he goes at turn 16. He's back on the throttle. He's about to cross the line. What is he going to say? It looks like it's going to be a 142. It is! It's a 142.267. Lagerfani goes pole with 9.5 minutes to go. He is the favourite this time round. He was in a practice session with Ams earlier, and Ams called him out for just leaving him in the dust. That's how fast Lagerfani was. So well done there. Now let's have a look in the midfield to see how some of these guys are getting on. Let's have a look at Badass. As I use this horrible driver switcher just to get some good views. Right, here we go. So Badass is just going through the Esses at the minute, through turns 8 and 9, and now he is going uphill as he's climbing up to turn 10. You want to brake just as you hit the crest of the hill there. He's managed to get it, and you want to tuck it in on the inside, take that curve for extra rotation, and again push that car wide to get back on the throttle as early as you can, help with that top speed, and now he's coming down through turns 12 mineshaft, and once again he's going to eye up that apex, he's going to pick a straight line, and he's going to slam the brakes on right now, and he's going to tuck it in. So let's see if he takes any inside curb. He does. Some people do avoid that when they're not using the Bentley, but these Bentleys can take the curbs, and rightly so. It really does help. There's that horrible turn at Cheetah, and he's coming up to the final corner now, braking just as his front wheel goes past the 50-yard board there, and he's tucked that in nicely. He's back up into second. He's going to cross the line here. It's looking like a 144. It is. It's a 144.304, and that's put him up into 9th place. I reckon he's got what it takes to get into the 143, so he needs to find 3/10 somewhere, but that was a great lap from Badass there, holding on to P9. Now, let's jump back into the garage and see who else is coming up to the end of the lap. We've got number 3. Let me see who it is. It's Jester in the Porsche. Like I said, he managed to get a 144 in practice. Let's see if he can dip into those 143s. His fastest is a 144.895 at the minute. He's up on his time slightly as he goes through the Cheetah there. He's coming up to the final corner. He's 1/10 up. He needs to nail this if he wants to improve on his time. He's not got enough at the minute to get it into the 143s, and it looks like he's losing a bit of time down the straight. So he must have had a horrible turn 16. He crosses the line, he does improve, but only by 1/10 of a second. He's got 8/10 to go if he wants to find himself within the top 10. Now, we've got some other cars who are coming across the line now as well, or at least coming up to the end of their lap. We've got 54. Who's 54? I can't see it any. Oh, it's Kuderman. Let's have a look at Kuderman. So Kuderman's another driver of the Porsche here. He didn't opt for the Bentley. And where's he? Oh, he's just going through with the first part of the Crocodiles now. That's the second part, turn 14, and now he's coming up to Cheetah. Some cars are having to move out the way for him. Oh, look at that. He hit the curb, and as I said, he's lifted his car straight into the wall there. Oh, you do need to be careful as he's reset to the garage now. That's how easy it is. You do not want to do that in the race. We're going to ride on board with Coke. Actually, no, he's just come out of the garage, Coke has. Let's ride on board with someone else. Number 7 is about to come across the line. That's Stig, Mr. German. He's coming into the pits, actually. He needs to make sure he does slow down in time, because in the race, that's a stop-and-go penalty if you don't manage to do that as he hits the wall. Oh, that was unfortunate. Thomas Caesar saying good luck. Yes, Thomas. Hope we can get you back next week. We do miss you racing, of course. But yeah, thanks for joining this stream. Appreciate it. Now, Nils has managed to reclaim pole position. He's done a 142.0. That's 2/10, 20 hundredths and 2 thousandths of a second quicker than Lagerfani at the minute. So it's all kicking off up ahead. We haven't seen a time from I Am Slow yet. Where is he? He's just starting his lap now, actually. So we'll jump back to him a bit later. Number 16 is about to come across the line. That's Lagerfani. Let's see if he's going to be able to improve on his time. Is he up? No, he's on an outlap, actually. So we'll have to jump back to him as well, because he is just starting. And look at that. He's already 100th up on his time. So he's had an amazing run downhill into turn 1 here. So let's go to number 18. It's number 18. It's Lord Ash Wilson. He's coming up to turns 13 and turns 14 now at the Crocodiles. He's in the Aston Martin as he makes his way through 13, 14, and now he hits Cheetah. He's managed to avoid that as much as he can. He didn't unsettle the car. He managed to pin it to the curb on the outside there, and it looks like he's got an amazing line through the final corner as well. Let's see if he's up on his time. He's got a little bit wide there, and he's invalidated it because he's on an outlap. So he's starting his lap now. So let's stick with him, actually, and see how he gets on. So here we go. In the Aston Martin, he's coming downhill now into turn 1. Turn 2 rather. Turn 1's the king. This is actually turn 2. It's an almost hairpin. You want to hug the inside and again push that car to the right and then swing it back round to boomerang around through turns 3 and 4, the first set of S's. It's a little bit of a tricky braking zone because the back end likes to step out as you go through turn 5 at Barbecue. Oh, and look at that! We've cornered again. He's managed to spin coming out of Barbecue there as Badass and German Boy fly straight past. Right, let's jump down to Coke now because Coke will be on a hot lap, sorry. He's currently in P7. Let's see if he can improve on his time here. So, where is he? He is just coming around Clubhouse at turn 7. Nice corner, drivers love that corner, and this is where it gets tricky. Through the S's at turn 8 and 9. Some guys brake, some guys don't. You don't want to hit that outside curb through turn 7 though, because you'll get jolted into the wall on the left hand side, and that's exactly what you don't want. Now uphill he goes into the hairpin here at turns 10 and 11. He's looking really in control of that Audi, the only driver in OFR to use that Audi this season, so props to him. He's just going through mineshaft now at turn 12. Again, he's going to pick that line, pick a straight line to break in, as he brakes really late, and he's gone deep into the corner there. This could just be an alternate line though, because look, oh no, he's down on his time. He was up, but that's because he broke later, and he's unsettled his entry into turn 14 and 15. And that's really messed up. He's lost 0.3 of a second there. He's going to have to go again. Now, let's get back to the garage and see if anyone's overtaken Nils yet. No, they have not. It is still Nils in first place at the minute. Who haven't we looked at yet? We haven't looked at Andre. Andre is currently down in P8. Teammate to King Mural. Is he up on his time? Let's see. He's just come through the final corner now at turn 16. He's not up on his time. He's a few seconds down, actually, but this is going to be a hot lap for him. So he's up on his time. Let's see if he can nail this braking zone. We'll know as soon as he pulls out of the corner if he's made a mistake. And he has. Look at that. He's 1.5 tenths down, 2 tenths down on his time now. Not a good start to the lap, but let's see who else is on track. We haven't looked at Smalley, actually. Let's see where Smalley is. So he's currently in P5. He's in the pit lane. That's where Smalley is. Is he going to come out and set a final lap? I don't know. We've got a few guys coming out of the pits now. I wonder why he's sat in the pits. We haven't? Oh, Mick's in the pits too. And El Mustachio is in the pits. I didn't think he was racing. Let's go back to Andre and see if he's improved on his lap time so far. He is. He's 2 tenths up, actually. So he must have had a great middle sector. He's just coming up the hill now into turns 10 and 11. Interesting entry. He's losing a little bit of time as he's coming out of turn 10, but through turn 11 he's actually gaining time, and now those 3 tenths that he lost in the first sector, he's made them all back and then some. He's 3 tenths up on his time as he approaches turn 13 at the start of the Crocodiles here. That is a steady line through turn 13. He managed to tuck that in. Look at that. He's climbing. He's now 4 tenths up. Can he get the cheetah right? He can. He's back on the throttle nice and early. Only a slight lift from there. And he brakes just as his front wheel goes past the 50. Inside curb. Help that car rotate. Back on the throttle early. He's 6 tenths up on his time. What is it going to be? Is he going to be able to get into the 142s? It's a 143.197. He's 2 tenths off. But that has moved him up into 7th place. So good job there, Andre. Now it's still Nils, and Lagerfani has improved, but not enough to take Nils at the moment, as Nils is he's leading a tailing King Mural, and it looks like he's going a little bit slow there. So Smalley is still in the garage, so Smalley's time is done. He's not going to set another time. Smalley says, rumour has it he's drinking his medicine, he's poorly and out of breath. So... I won't disclose any medical information, but someone on the grid has got the Rona. So, I wish them all good health and a speedy recovery, but their commitment to OFR, second to none. Well done. Now, let's get back to those guys who are still out setting a lap. Number 17, it's Coke, is out setting a lap. He's pulled over to the side, actually, as qualifying has now ended. We've got number 15, that's Ams. Let's see if he's going to improve upon his time. He is 3 tenths up, he's 4 tenths upon his time. This could be it. This could be it. Someone to knock Nils out of the podium spot at the minute. He has it invalidated. He's lost a bit of time, though. He's now only 1.5 tenths up. He had a terrible turn. Oh, and he's invalidated again. He did this at Zandvoort and Spa as well, I think. He's invalidated his final lap. Let's see what it would have been. It was a 142.1 currently. He would have set a 142.3, so he hasn't improved. That's a shame. Now, let's see if Lagerfani or Nils have got anything. Oh no, I can't switch driver. Oh, there we go. So Nils is in the pits. Lagerfani's in the pits. King Muro looks like he's run out of fuel. Smalley's in the pits. Coke's in the pits. Who's out on track? Number 76 is going slow. 998 is going slow. I think that's it. I think that's everyone. So I'm going to switch to Nils now, just in case it doesn't let me switch during the formation lap again. But what a qualifying! It's Nils at pole at the minute with a 1:42.045. Closest driver, Lagerfani, favourite to win it today. 1/10 down the road. So we are just waiting for the drivers to sort out their strategies, to set their tyre pressures if they need to, make any adjustments from qualifying because we don't respect Parc Fermé here in OFR, and then we're going to start the formation lap. Hopefully it's going to let me stay with Nils. I remember I had a problem in Spa where it wouldn't let me change driver and I was down in P5, but we'll stay with him, hopefully. Now, whilst we're waiting, I'm just going to remind you guys what the top 10 of the driver standings is looking like. I'm just using the OFR app that you can download in the App Store. It's coming soon to the Play Store. It's currently AMS, who's starting in P3 today, behind Nils on the right side, the dirty side of the grid. He's in P1, 55 points in the driver standings. Second place is Lagerfani with 40 points. Third is Andre. Fourth, it's King Mural. And fifth, it's Smalley. Now, Nils, previous double champion for the two previous seasons here in OFR, ACC, is in P6, followed by SD12, Dash, Kuderman, Lord Ash Wilson, and Thomas Caesar. And there's only, 55 down to Thomas Caesar. It's 17. That's 28 points separating the top 10 at the minute. So it is going to be a very, very interesting season. Now, expect some crazy battles for the first few laps here. It is a long run down into turn one, downhill as well. That's going to both help Nils get up to speed quickly, but it's going to give some amazing slipstream to the cars behind, and he could find himself struggling to stay ahead up to turn one. So he needs to be careful. And here we go. We are now going to be starting the formation lap. As you see, Nils pull away. Now, I want to see if I can get the rear view shot. Yes, we can. I'll switch between the helicopter cam for the start of the race and that rear view shot just to see how well Lagerfani, the favourite to win it today, how well he can get close to Nils. Sorry, I can't speak today. How close he can get to Nils on the run down into turn one. So my predictions, I think it's going to be a Lagerfani, Nils, AMS finishing 1, 2 and 3. So the top two are going to switch positions. That's my prediction. Now, if these two manage to get into another kerfuffle like they did in Spa, I think AMS is going to win it, and it wouldn't surprise me if his teammate Smalley managed to get his car up into second place. That really, really wouldn't surprise me. Podium is definitely not out of the question for Smalley. In fact, it's quite likely here, I think. He's very quick. He's very consistent around here. People to look out for. Definitely want to look out for Badaz. He's been putting in a lot of practice this week. He's only had ACC a couple of weeks, and he's setting absolutely phenomenal times. So make sure you keep an eye on him. Jester has been setting 48s all week. He's managed to pull off a 1:44, I think it was, in qualifying. So another one that you want to look out for today. And Kuderman. Kuderman's in the Porsche. He's a very, very consistent driver. And he doesn't get too much track action in terms of me spectating him because he's always in a race on his own, but I'll make sure we can look at some of his great driving today. And it wouldn't surprise me if he managed to get a podium if there's a mistake from these guys out ahead too. Other than that, Stig is going to be reserving for Johto Jusu today in mixed team, I believe, to help El Quipo Wilson get some points. As we're just seeing these guys now make their way downhill through that long left-hander at mineshaft as they begin the crocodiles. So they want to get their brake temps up, they want to get their PSIs to as high as they can get them on this formation lap. They need they need brake temperature going into turn 1 because it's downhill. It's a very, very heavy braking zone, and if you've not got the brakes, you're going to either lock up or go straight on, and you definitely don't want to do that here. So here we go. They're starting to line up side by side as they are coming up to the final corner. They've still got to make their way through Cheetah. That's that really awkward curb there. You don't even want to touch that curb with cold tyres and low pressures because you could also get a puncture. But now we're going to ride on board with Nils and see how he gets on. So they're coming around the final corner now. They've got to hold, they've got to keep it below 70 kilometers per hour. Look at that, Lagerfani's already ahead. Nils is hovering at around 69. Is he going to get a decent start? He's at 68 kilometers per hour. We're waiting for the green light. The green light is out, and we are away. Look at that, it's looking like up by these Bentleys already. He's got Lagerfani out in first place now. Nils is down to second, and he's got another car, Ams, on his inside. A horrible start, but that is expected for Nils because he was running downhill, and these other guys had a lot of slipstream. He's dropped down into third place as Lagerfani, I believe, takes first place now, and I think that's Ams ahead of him with his season rival Smalley right behind him in that pink and black Bentley. Amazing start for Lagerfani. Ams has managed to jump up a position as well, and Nils has lost out, and here comes Smalley side by side with Nils. There's a little bit of contact between them there. Smalley is now ahead. He's leading Nils as he goes through that long right-hander at Sunset. Nils is not going to be happy with this, but he's late on the brakes. He's making a move down the inside. There's contact between them. It looks like Smalley was trying to close the door on him there, and that might be a little bit of damage too. Nils is down in P4 now, getting pressured by another Bentley of King Neural. What a start to this race. Now let's have a quick look in the midfield to see what's going on there. It looks pretty steady. Mustachio's got a drive-through. So he must have been speeding. He's going to have to come and serve his drive-through at some point. Kuderman is down in P16 and SD12 is down in P70. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, as our Mustachio goes deep into the corner, and he's going to get overtaken by both of these cars, I think. Yes, he is. So he's down in last place now. So let's jump back up to the lead because it is still Lagerfani leading at the moment. He's got quite a comfortable lead. He's about a second ahead of Ams, who's now a second ahead of Smalley, who is about 0.7 of a second ahead of Nils. Nils is going to want to get that position back as quick as he possibly can, as we're seeing Andre and Badass race out in the midfield too, as Ash Wilson goes really wide on the corner there. Ash down in 13th place at the moment. So no position changes at the start of lap 2. These guys are just getting into their grooves here, but look how close it is on track for all of these guys again. Number 36 has dropped back a bit. Is that Mick? Mick's down in 16th, so he must have had an incident somewhere because he wasn't there before, as SD12 is still trying to chase down Kuderman here, who's in P40. We've got a little bit of position change. Andre is still behind Badass at the moment. Is Smalley making a move on anyone at the minute? No, he's not. Where's Nils? Nils has dropped back from Smalley again. Nils is down in P4, so he's retained that P4 from his lap 1 overtakes. He's got King Mural behind him again, and Coke is not too far behind King Mural, just under 0.7 of a second behind at the moment. So it is starting to settle down up ahead, but I Am Slow is now pressuring SR Dog. Let's keep an eye on this because it looks like something is going to happen pretty soon. He's up on his Delta, of course, because the first lap was the start, so he's already 11 seconds up, but he's looking like he's getting closer to SR Dog ahead of him in the Porsche. I Am Slow is in that Ferrari, of course. Oh, it looks like SR Dog went really wide there, and that's allowed I Am Slow just to close that gap up a bit. Look at the train of cars behind them as well. This is amazing to see. Oh, there's another car goes really, really wide at Cheetah there. Not sure who that was, but let's see if he's got any type of slipstream here. as we're riding in the cockpit cam, looking at his cool, calm, collected helmet. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move as he's running down into turn 1 now, but maybe in a few more laps, if he can close that gap before the final corner, he'll be able to take true advantage of that slipstream. Now, back to the lead. Let's just have a look what's happening. The gaps are starting to increase. We're looking at 1.2 seconds, 1.8 seconds for Smalley now, but Nils is not letting Smalley get away. He's not letting him get away. He's going to want to get that position back as soon as he possibly can, and King Mural will take advantage of it as if these two do come to blows here as he goes really, really wide coming out of turn 7 at Clubhouse there. But they're going through the Esses now, the tricky part of the track, as they start to climb up the hill towards turns 10 and 11. Let's go to SR Dog, who is now, it says is 1/10 behind I Am Slow, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like the gap is a lot bigger, actually. And let's just quickly jump down to Lord Ash Wilson, who is trailing Stig at the moment in P12. Stig's in P11. I think Ash is about to make a move here. I think he is. Let's jump on board and let's see if he's going to get him. That Aston Martin sounds incredible, it does. They're just coming up to the Crocodiles here at 13 and 14. Oh, you can hear that Aston sliding around there. It doesn't look like it's got too much grip as he's going through these faster corners. As Stig nearly loses the rear car. Oh, there's an incident. Badass is off. SR Dog's off, and Ash is trying to thread the needle down the inside. Has he managed to hold on to it? Yes, he has. Oh, an incident between something. I'm going to save that replay just in case something did happen. But yeah, that was really, really close. And now Badass, Kuderman, and SR Dog are all battling here. Look at that. Look at Kuderman in his Porsche trying to go down the inside of the Bentley. He's got him. He's got the overtake done. We had a perfect view from the rear wing of the Aston Martin there. That was a great move down the inside. Good job, Kuderman. And look at this. Stig is under pressure here. They've just made their way through the barbecue at turn 5. They are coming up to that long right-hander at turn 6. Stig's been practicing that for the list for the past two hours. Has he managed to hold on? Yes, he has, but he's got Ash right behind him at the moment. Ash needs to get past quickly because Kuderman is going to make a move soon, and he could get in between Ash and Stig, and that could give Stig a little bit of a breather here. Let's jump to the Helicam. Right here they climb uphill, braking just at the crest of the hill here. A little bit early on the brakes for Stig there. You can see he broke a lot earlier than some of these other cars behind him, and that's allowed them just to close up again as they start going downhill now through the mine shaft at turn 12 and into turn 13. I don't expect anyone to go down the inside at turn 13 because it is not the optimal line, and you'll have a tricky exit through the Crocodiles. So they're going to stay in formation for now as we see Kuderman close right up to the back of Lord Ash Wilson here. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone really wide. Let's just quickly see if everything's ahead. Oh, Smalley's down in P5, so Nils has managed to overtake Smalley. He's got P3 again. Not sure what happened, but look at this. Kuderman is right behind Ash now. Is he going to be able to get the overtake done here? Let's ride on board and see. It's the Porsche versus the Ashton. Is he going to make the same move down the inside? Ooh. He was tried to just hover on that brake pedal there, do a little bit of cadence braking, but Ash did the same, and Ash is still ahead for now. And where's Stig? Look at that. Ash is having to defend, and that's stopping his attack on Stig. Oh, but a mistake from Stig there, a big mistake from Stig. And now, look at that. That gap he pulled out has just been closed down. Who's going to be the last of the breakers here? Ash has took the inside. He's gone on the grass there. That's compromised his exit at turn 6 at Sunset. And now he's going to get pressured from Kuderman. Let's see if Kuderman's going to be able to get the switch back here. No, he's not. But look at this. Stig is really under pressure here as they begin their way through the Esses. Stig does not like this part of the track. He's hit that curb and it's unsettled his car slightly. And Ash is now suffering from the lack of downforce from Stig so close. And look at this. Kuderman's got a better run as they are starting to climb uphill now through turn 10. Has he outbroke him? Is he going around the outside? He's going around the outside, but has he got a better run? He has got a better run. And as Stig gets away, as we see a little bit of the collision there between these two. Who's going to outbreak who here? It's going to be Ash. Ash is ahead now. Oh, this is really close. This is really, really close. And all the while, Stig is just being allowed just to pull away. Now, let's just quickly see what's going up ahead. It's King Mural is right behind. Smalley is in P5. Something happened, I don't know what. Kuderman is still trailing Ash. I'm going to stick with these guys for now because it looks like this is the battle to watch out for. He's tried to outbrake him. He's gone down the inside. Can he hold on to it? He's still got the inside line and he's got the overtake done. He has managed to hold on to it. Now Ash has got the inside as they are going through turns 3 and turn 4, but Kuderman has managed to put his car firmly ahead now. And now it's going to be Stig who's going to be hunted down by that green Porsche. Great job there, Kuderman. That was a good 3-lap battle there, and he's finally managed to get the overtake done. Bravo, bravo. Now, let's have a look who's close on track. King Mural's close. We've got some overtakes happening here as well in the back of the pack between SD12 and SR Dog. We've got Mick and Andre down in P70. You know what's happened to Andre? I'm not sure.
Pit window is open.
So the pit window has opened. Andre's down in P17. And it looks like he's a lap down as well, possibly. Now, this battle is still going on. I'm going to stick with these because these are the closest on track right now. I did say Kuderman didn't get a lot of track time, didn't I? Well, now he does. As Ash is coming to the pits. So I think Ash knows that he's being slowed down by this battle ahead and he's coming for the early stop. That's not normally what you'd expect from Ash. Ash is usually one of the drivers to go as long as possible. But he's getting held up. So I wonder how these two are going to react here. Now, Kuderman has got the inside. He's probably going to be able to outbrake him again. He has outbraked him, and he's managed to secure 8th place. Now, oof, Stig makes a bit of a mistake there and almost loses the car, but he's held on to it. So that's Kuderman moved up 2 places in 3 laps. In 2 laps, rather. Now, we've got I Am Slow, Badass, SR Dog, all in the pits. Now remember, there was a little bit of contact between Ash and Kuderman at one point. It was a side swipe between both of them. So I wonder if Ash got damage, and that's why he's opted to pit to fix that damage and come out and try to be a faster car. We've got Nils just 2 tenths behind Ams at the minute. Ooh, this is a nice battle. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh. Something's happened to Ams. Nils is now trying to make a move down the inside. He's not going to be able to get that done yet, but look at this. King Mural's right behind them now as well. Is Nils going to outbrake? No, he's not. He's going to tuck him behind, but he's going to have a really fast Bentley behind him, which we know is really, really quick in a straight line. Is Nils going to get swallowed up again here like he did at the start of the lap? Look at that. The Bentley ahead is just pulling away, and King Mural behind him, luckily, is not got a massive speed advantage. So I think Nils is going to be able to hold on to this one here. This is a Ferrari caught in a swamp of Bentleys as Nil goes down the inside there and he manages to move up ahead of Ams into 6th place. And look at that, King Mural got the overtake done as well, as Ams moves out the way and lets his teammate Smalley past. Interesting. Has Ams got damage or something? Something's happened here. That's not like Ams to just move out the way there. I wonder what happened there. Now, let's see who else is close on track at the moment. The gaps are actually quite big. Ams is, of course, close behind his teammate who he just let past. King Mural is right behind Nils. But other than that, it's looking quite spaced out. Whereas Jester is up in P7. That's really nice to see. I'm not sure what's going on with the pit strats, whether or not he's pitted. I doubt he's pitted. But yeah, let's see if he can maintain that solid position there in P7. He just... Oh, Siri, don't interrupt me, thank you. Let's see what, Jester can do. We'll keep an eye on this gap out ahead just to see if something does come of it. As we're seeing King Mural swerve left and right there, trying to disrupt the head of Smalley, trying to get in his head, playing the mind games. Smalley's not one to fall for it though, as we've seen Ams drop back even further. Now, he's not let Nils escape. That's one thing to bear in mind. Once Nils got the overtake on Ams done, King Mural got past pretty quickly, but King Mural has been pressuring Nils this entire race, actually. Oof, as King Mural goes wide again, and this might open him up to Smalley here, also in the Bentley. So that was, I think that was SR Dog moving out the way for them, so it was just a blue flag, it wasn't Nils off the track or anything. Lagerfani is currently 10 seconds ahead, phenomenal. As they make their way through 13 and 14. Let's see if any of them are going to make a mistake at Cheetah. Nope, they've both nailed it. And Nils is slightly pulling away as Smalley comes into the pits. So that's another pitter. Early too, so they've not even reached halfway yet and they're pitting already. Wow, I think this is going to be a 22 lap race, so lap 11 is probably where a lot of these guys are going to be pitting. Now that battle's over, let's see who else is close on track. Well, everyone in the midfield is quite spaced out actually. Trying to find someone. Is that 94? No, 50. Cheetahman? I think these two might in fact be the closest on track right now. 10 seconds apart. Now let's have a look if we can spectate someone a little bit closer. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to stick with the leaders at the moment. Smalley's just come out of the pits. He's come out behind car 36, which is Mick. I think he's going to take him a lap or two to catch him as he crosses the white line. Penalty! It looks like there's something going on here. Let's have a look if we can see what it is. I'm not sure if he's a back markers or not, but let's have a look. So it's SR Dog ahead of, I'm pretty sure that's Nils, isn't it? That's Nils' Ferrari. So yeah, I think this might be a back marker situation here. Yes it is, it's Nils. So Nils is going to want to get past as quick as possible. There you go, SR Dog moves off the line, reduces his speed. That's the correct way to let a blue flag go. So good job SR Dog, good racing etiquette there. And let's see if we can catch anyone else who's close on track. The gaps are just opening up as we see King Mural pit now as well. So that's both Nils and Lagerfani staying out as Lagerfani's having to find his way past the back marker. That's SD12 dash there. And he flashes his lights to say thank you too. He's still 10 seconds ahead of Nils. It's 2.041. Let's keep an eye on that gap to see if Nils is actually catching him. They're going to come across a sector line soon, so we'll be able to see that then. So it's 10.041. Lagerfani is going to go past the line now. That's why Nils' delta's disappeared, and Nils is going to update when he goes across the line in about 5 seconds time. So it was 10.041, 9.668. Nils is in fact going faster. Now, there was a back marker there, remember, so that back marker was in between, well, is currently in between Lagerfani and Nils, so Nils will have to get past them too, and that could, you know, slow Nils down a bit. But anyway, let's wait and see what happens. Now, King Muriel's just come out of the pit lane, and he's come out ahead of I Am Slow. And we've got a car, it's at 68. Yeah, he's going to have to just wait a little bit for these cars to go past. There's still one more car coming. So when is Nils and Lagerfani pitting? That's the question. It could be this lap. So Lagerfani has just made his way around turn 7 at Clubhouse, I think. And yep, and he's going through the Esses now at 8 and 9. This could be the lap he pits. You know, if they were running half fuel, then this would be the time where their fuel's about to run out.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
As ACC Jeff tells us, we've reached the halfway mark. So Smalley's just got past the back marker as well. Lagerfani is just going around turns 13 now. And turn 14. Is he coming into the pits? Or is he staying out? He's staying out again. Now, where's Nils? Nils has just gone through Cheetah there. The gap's now 8.8 seconds. And Nils is in. So Nils was actually quicker. Nils was quicker. He gained another second in a lap, and now he's going to try and make that all back up via an undercut. So let's see if he can do it. It's ambitious. It's very ambitious. But let's see if he can do it. Now, Smalley did manage to get past King Muriel in the pits there. And my goodness. Sorry about that, I was coughing. It's a 5.5 second gap too. So I'm not sure what happened there. Is the undercut really that powerful? If it is, then Lager is going to be in a great position. For Nils. Sorry, Lager's going to be in a terrible position for himself, but a great position for Nils. Let's see. Nils is still in the pit lane at the moment. And where's Lager? He's just coming uphill now into 10 and 11. So Nils has just pulled out of the pit lane. This should be the lap Lager pits. It should be. So, through the Cheetah he goes. He's not coming in. Wow, this is really interesting. This is really, really interesting. Coke, another driver who's not come in yet. He's currently in the Audi in P2. When he pits, he'll probably drop down to around P8, I think. I wonder what Lagerfani's strategy is. We're just seeing someone go into the pits there, number 24. That's Andre. Andre is now in the pit lane. So we still need to know when Lagerfani is going to pit. Looking for close cars on track right now. Let me see what I can do. So it looks like the battle between German Boy and SD12 Dash is the one to look at the moment. Where's Lagerfani number 16? Is he coming into the pits? We'll find out very soon. And he's in. There we go. Lagerfani is in the pit lane. So where's Nils? Nils is just going around turn 6 at Sunset, that really long right-hander where you can just lift if you get the turn in right. He's gone really, really wide. He's pushing really, really hard. He knows he needs to be so much quicker than he was if he wants to overtake Lager in the pit lane. If he wants to do it on track, he still needs to push, and he needs to make sure he's really, really close behind when he comes out of the pit lane. So he's climbing uphill now as he's going through turns 10 and 11. So where's Lager? Coke's in the pits as well. Lager is still stationary, and now he's starting to pull away. So P14 has just made it through turns 13 and now 14. He's coming up to the cheater at 15. Lager's come out of the pits. Look at that gap. What's happened here? It was 10 seconds. Let's see what it is when they cross the sector 1 line. As we're watching Am's teammate of Smalley get closer together now. I think he let him past earlier. But now look at this. It's coming alive. So the gap was 19 seconds. Before he came into the pits, it was 8.8. What's the gap now? $14.0. What on earth happened? That's interesting. So Ams and Smalley are still battling. Let's go with these guys for now. Just 13 minutes to go. Pit window closes in 3.5 minutes time. I wonder if these two are going to stick information, or if Ams can get closer. Are we going to see a true battle? Because remember, these guys are teammates. Just going to quickly check the chat, see if anything else is going on. Nope, everyone's racing. Good. Now, who haven't we given screen time to? Done almost everyone, I think. Yes, we have. Let's see how Badaz is going on. Is getting on well. Oof. Oh, he almost spun the car there. He almost spun the car. He managed to correct it though. Good job. As the gap is 13.7. Wow, I can't believe it. He's lost 5 seconds. So this battle is getting closer between these guys. There was I think there was 3 seconds covering them, and it's now. Right. It's still under 4 seconds. So yeah, this battle is starting to come alive. SD12 Dash and Stig are about to battle as well. Let's stick with these two for now actually, and see if anything comes of this. As Stig goes really, really wide there. Was that turn 6? I think it was. Turn 5 rather, at the barbecue. They're coming through this really, really long sweeping right-hander now. Sunset at turn 6. Stig has managed to hold on to it, but as they go through turn 7, is he going to outbrake himself like he did last time? No, he's not. He's held on to it, and here he goes to the Esses. He does not like this part of the track. But over the last 15 laps, he seems I'm getting used to it. Stig is putting up a hell of a defence here. Bearing in mind he only started practicing around 2 hours ago, he is doing a stellar job. Now, what's the gap out ahead? Between 14 and 16, it looks too big. It looks far too big. 13.43 seconds. Wow. The gap is still hovering just under 9/10 of a second there. The gap between Nils is 14, so it's gone up again. So it looks like Lagerfani has finally switched those tyres on.
Pit window is now closed.
Pit window is closed now, so everyone should have done their pit stop, otherwise they're going to be getting a penalty. SR Dog is down in P16 at the minute. 11 seconds behind. Andre is in P15 again. Not sure what Andre is doing all the way down there. Maybe he's spending too much time on his PC, we'll never know. SD12 is still pressuring Stig and hasn't managed to get past him. And where's Jester? Jester is now in P12, having pitted, and he's going to the end of the race. Now, let's have a look at Ams and Smalley one more time. Now, the gap out ahead, waiting for them to cross the sector line, it's 14.281 seconds. This gap in the midfield between Smalley, Ams, and I Am Slow is still on, however, though. And then down at the in the midfield, look at this. The SD12 Lord Ash Wilson battle is still going on there as well. So Ash has managed to catch up. Stig is an absolutely amazing defender here. He's definitely doing something right. So they're just making their way through the Esses right now as they start to climb all the way up. And we need to keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, let's just quickly have a look at this gap between Ams and Smalley. This is where the action could... well, I think this is where it's going to stay at the moment. Look at this. Smalley is getting really close. Oh no, he spun. Oh no, what a shame. What a shame. And look at that. I think that's... Hang on, I can't be mirroring. What happened to Smalley there? Definitely caught that at the right moment. Right, let's go back and let's see if we can find another close battle on track right now. It's still this one. Okay, let's ride on board with Ash and see how close he's getting. Is he going to make a move down the inside? He's going to try it. Ooh. That was close. That was really close. Very late braking maneuver there, and it looked clean. I'm not sure if FD12 might have something to say about the dive bomb, but we'll have to wait and see. And now Ash is going to be chasing down Stig for another time this race. Let's see what he can do. But let's not forget SD12 though. He's not just going to give up like that, and he might pressure Ash and do a late braking manoeuvre of his own. Now, the gap between Lagerfani and Nils has increased to 16 seconds, so that's quite a gap now. And Lager was the favourite, and I think rightly so. No one's been able to match his race pace at the moment, as Ash goes really, really wide at the final corner there. It doesn't look to be too many close battles on track. No. So let's have a look at the guys at the back and see how they're getting on. Andre is still in 15th again, didn't expect him down there. We're right on board with Mick now, as we've not seen much of him this race. And I will keep an eye on the deltas just in case someone gets closer to a car ahead or behind. So also, just so you guys know, the next track is going to be Monza next week, 29th of January, which is a Saturday at the same time. And then the following week is going to be Paul Ricard. And then after that, midway through the season, is going to be Donington Park in that British DLC there. So yeah, make sure you tune in for those, because they're going to be amazing. Now, AMS and I Am Slow look very, very close on track. So does Lord Ash Wilson and Stig. So we'll ride with the AMS one for now and see if AMS can do anything to I Am Slow here. Let's jump on board with them and see. He's very close. He's very, very close. Now, through the long right-hander at Sunset. Make sure you can get early on the throttle and have enough grip to be able to do that. Into the left-hander they go. And here comes the Esses. This is the tricky part of the track, and this is where it's easy to make a mistake if you're getting pressured from behind. Ooh. It's getting close. Now, there's only 3 minutes left of this race now. Let's just quickly go back to the battle between Ash and Stig. Is Stig going to be able to stay ahead here? This may be the last opportunity for Ash, as he goes deep again into the corner, and he's now right behind Stig. Oh, they're very, very close. So they're climbing uphill now at turns 10 and 11. Ash had a better entry and exit out of that corner, and he's managed to close that gap down again as he flies through turn 12 at Mineshaft and positions his car for the Crocodiles at 13 and 14. Ash hits the grass, and that's going to lose him some time. He's got a nice run out of turn 13 though. He's managing to maintain that gap at 14. Through 15 they go, and into the final corner. He's actually going to look down the inside. No, he's not. He's going to stay behind again, and this could be their final lap that they're about to start. Let's ride on board with Ash and see if he's getting closer to Stig in that Bentley. I think they're going to have another lap.
so
Yeah.
give it all you can.
So they're going to have to go around again. So Ash is going to have one more opportunity to do this. He's going to have one more opportunity. Look how close he is. He's making his way through sunset. He's very, very close. He's not going to dive down the inside just yet. And now comes Stig's worst part of the track, the Esses. Now, let's see what they can do. And the climb begins. Now, I'm just going to quickly check there's no other action on track at the moment. Doesn't look like that way according to the deltas. Where is Lager? He's just going through. Oh, he's going through the Esses now. Up into turn 10, so he's not got long left. Let's just quickly jump back down to Ash and Stig and see. Stig is looking like he's got the advantage at the moment, but remember, they do have one more lap. They do have one more lap. Now, Lagerfani, he started in second here today. He's managed to make his way up into first on lap 1. We're going to jump to drive now as he's just making his way through the final couple of corners. He needs to get the cheetah right one last time, and he has. He's coming around the final corner. He was the favourite to win it, and he's managed to fulfill his destiny here. He's going to cross the line in first place and take another race win here in Season 3. What an absolutely phenomenal job. Now, Nils, who's had a terrible start to the season from his perspective, has managed to hold on to a podium. He did get pole, but he got swallowed up at turn 1, and he's going to come home in P2 and pick up a nice 25 points. He's going to be very happy with that, and we're all going to be happy with that finish from you as well. Good job there, Nils, finishing in P2. It's going to be King Mural, Mr. Milo from OFR here, finishing in P3, and Coke finishing in P4, with Ams very close behind. Are we going to see a last lap anything here? I don't think so. Coke has just got a better line through the final corner there, and Coke is going to be finishing in P4, so congratulations, Coke, as Mick crosses the line too, and Ams is going to finish in P5. Now, I Am Slow is just coming through the final corner now as well. He's going to finish in P6 with Kuderman very, very close behind. Small is going to finish in P8, and I'm quickly just going to jump Ash to see if he's got the overtake done. He has got the overtake done as Smalley crosses the line in P8, so Ash is ahead of Stig. Oh, Stig tried to go round the outside there, but it is not a place where you can really make an outside move work. Ash is going to be finishing in P9, Stig in P10. Yep, Ash has crossed the line, and Stig is going to be finishing in P10. Great job from Stig there. And there's SD12 finishing in P11 as well. So it's Lagerfani, followed by Nils and King Mural, making up the top 3 spots. What a race from pretty much the whole grid there. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to return to garage just so I can get the race times. And there we have it. So thanks very much, guys, for tuning in. Remember, next week at the same time, we're going to be racing around Monza, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a 20-car grid there. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one to watch, so make sure you tune in. Thanks for joining. If you do want to join our ACC division, you just need to join us on Discord. There will be information in the comments on how to join. We do have the OFR Endurance race taking place on iRacing at Daytona right now as well. We've got a OFR Endurance team, 4 drivers participating. They're currently racing around Daytona, and the stream is being held on the DTR YouTube channel. That's Delta Team Racing. So if you Google them, I'm sure you'll find it. And that's going to be finishing tomorrow around midday. But yeah, everyone's doing 2-hour stints there. 4 guys. Make sure you tune into that. It's currently live. Other than that, we'll see you on Tuesday for our midweek series, where we're going to be racing the M6 around Silverstone in the same car series. And then we'll see you on Saturday for Monza. Thanks very much, guys.